There's so much talk about sleep today and so many different tips, napping, how many hours you get, wearing a watch to see what's going on with your sleep. But in my research and understanding of the stress response, I would say that the number one reason people don't get a good night's sleep is because from about, I would say about 7 hours before you're about to fall asleep, you've probably triggered the stress response. And when that happens, it makes it very difficult at night for your brain to be able to go into the glymphatic state where you're cleansing. There's actually a cleansing process, just like our lymphatic system, and also very difficult to get into a deep delta wave sleep. So even though you may have so many hours of sleep and you still wake up fatigued, it's probably because most of the night your body was working on the effects of the stress hormones and not even getting to the point where it can do those cleansing systems. I had no idea that sleep would be a benefit of the tools that I was teaching my clients when I first started this. But when my son, my eldest son, Hugh, and I started to use this method on ourselves, we started getting up earlier and earlier with truly amazing energy. In fact, he called it calm and exhilarated at the same time. I clearly remember this morning. It's like I'm up at 4:30 working on the computer and he comes down the stairs and he goes, "Mother, I keep waking up earlier and earlier. It's a Saturday." He's 18-year-old teenager waking up at 5 a.m. and he feels calm and exhilarated. And I said, "I think for the first time we're getting a real delta wave, a deep sleep. So we're waking up with energy." This is, I think, one of the greatest benefits of learning how to gain control of your stress response is that you get to sleep well, you get to wake up with energy. You're in a totally different state, body and mind, when you've really had that restorative sleep. Some of my clients, especially when we legalized marijuana here in Michigan, some of my clients have been using marijuana to go to sleep at night because it can help you get to sleep, but it doesn't allow your brain to get into a true deep delta wave sleep. So they still wake up tired. And I had a client actually in New England who was really struggling with this and they lost positions, they lost jobs because of their lack of energy, actually, and a lot of fear. And it got such a habit that they were using marijuana and not just at night, but throughout the day. And by understanding the stress response, not releasing those hormones, they didn't feel the need to try and feel comfort. So, a lot of the things we do to binge, and oftentimes we're doing that binging in the evening hours, we're just looking for comfort. We're just looking to feel good after a stressful day or after a stressful episode at home. We just want to chill out. And so we're turning to things, but all of that plays a role in whether or not we'll get a good night's sleep. So it's really fun when I touch base with clients. I had one on an alumni call. I brought on alums who have worked with me, and the first thing she said was that I've had 4 years of great sleep, and nothing could just it just warmed my heart to know that that could be happening for her. It was just a really beautiful thing. So if sleep is an issue for you, I'd love to have a conversation, just find out what's happening, and we can talk about it and see what might work for you. I have so many different tips. I'll give you one right here. If you are having trouble falling asleep, instead of thinking of the word sleep, if you turn that to the word rest, there's something about rest that is more settling to our nervous system than the word sleep. I don't know what it is, but that's been a helpful hint to some of my clients. So if you're lying there kind of worrying and a little distressed or restless, just say, I'm going to get all the rest I need. I wish you a great pressure-free day.